the volume.
For nearly 60 years, the General has been saving people money on their car insurance. With affordable rates and the ability to pick when you pay, the General understands that every dollar counts and wants to give you the flexibility you need in your busy life. For the coverage you deserve at prices you can afford, call 800-GENERAL, that's 800-GENERAL, or go to thegeneral.com and get your quote today.
For a great low rate and nearly 60 years of quality coverage, make the right call and go with the General.
Some restrictions apply.
While I'm talking to you, the sleep app on Apple Watch helps me establish a bedtime routine by silencing my phone and dimming my screens. Once I fall asleep, it checks my heart rate. And it tracks how long I've been sleeping. And all I have to do is sleep. Apple Watch Series 6, the future of health is on your wrist. iPhone 6S or later required.
Jenkins and Jones is brought to you by FanDuel. It's never been easier to play fantasy on FanDuel. Whether you love basketball, golf, soccer, or any other fantasy sport, there's a contest for every fan. FanDuel, more ways to win. Welcome to Jenkins and Jones on the Volume Podcast Network. It's Monday, July 27th, and we've got a ton of great stuff to talk about, including some weird stuff, getting back into the weird non-sports stuff, basically just to keep John from going crazy. As always,
so excited, you don't even know.
As always, Jenkins and Jones is hosted by my good internet and real-life buddies, Dragonfly Jones, a.k.a. Tyler.
Hey, everybody, how's it going?
LeJethro Jenkins, a.k.a. John.
What's up, Bubbas?
And I'm Gardy B, aka Mike. And we only asked for one fucking thing on this podcast, and that was for the USA basketball team to beat France.
To beat Rudy Gobert in particular. Let's cut the bullshit and get to the specifics. Rudy Gobert got one over on us, bro. I don't even give a fuck about patriotism, about none of that shit, but I do not like that. That one bit. I'm sick.
That's where you draw the line?
I draw the fucking line. And Rudy Gobert fucking tap dancing on us like that. Fuck that, man. God damn.
The Gogurt pack did get over on the red, white, and blue. The other red, white, and blue beat the red, white, and blue 83-76 in the first game of the Olympics. USA basketball team first loss since 2004. 24-game win streak. Now 0-1 in the Olympics, and it was indeed Rudy Gogurt with 14 and 9. Evan Fournier had 28. Kevin Durant 10 points on 4 of 12 shooting. Dame Lillard 11 points on 3 of 10 shooting. Draymond Green 2 points on 1 field goal attempt.
Hey, that's Draymond Green had a good job, Draymond.
Draymond played within himself in that one, yeah.
He had a very Draymond Green game, okay? That's what we had Draymond to hit that 1 field goal, you feel me? Like,
Drew Holiday fucking salute, like a crisp military type salute to Drew Holiday, fresh off the fucking planes, was the leading scorer for the USA with 18 points. He did shoot 5 of 13, but 18 points. I cannot get over the fact that Kevin Durant had 10 fucking points.
When's the last time he's had 10 points in a basketball game?
Yeah, that would be a good fucking poll right there, because I can't.
You know
imagine.
what I mean? Like, when's the last time he barely got double digits? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Let's just see how bad they're going to be. They're not going to win. Mm-hmm. Let's lean in and see how bad it can get, though. I'm down for that. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, I want to see how trash these niggas are going to get. I don't give a fuck if they win or not anymore. Let's go the other way with it. You feel me? Let's be good at losing. You feel me?
Pop did his super annoying shit after the game that I fucking hate when he does this, and he does it with the Spurs too. But people are like, oh, you know, kind of a surprise that you guys lost. And he's like, oh, well, when you say surprise, that's kind of dissing the other team, you know. It's like they haven't lost in 18 years in the Olympics, dude. Like,
yeah.
It's not a surprise, though. It's not a surprise because they look trash in the fucking preliminary games, whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. The exhibition games, they look bad there. So it's not a surprise, but I mean, only because they look bad, not because we're dissing the other team. That's silly. You feel me?
Yeah, I mean, I think Evan Fournier hit the nail on the head. Leading scorer of the game, Evan Fournier, when he said they're way more individually talented than us, but they're beatable as a team, and that's basically it. Like, you're playing these dudes, like, you know, these national teams where these guys have been playing together since they were 14 years old, you know, and then you're just throwing together a new roster every 4 years, like. I mean, it's coming back to bite USA in the ass right about now.
But it's never bit us in the ass before. Like, it hasn't been us in the ass in 20 years. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. This ain't the squad, bro. This squad just isn't good together in particular. I don't know if it's that, you know, idea of how to put a team together. It's just this squad together. You know what I mean?
I think Tyler's exactly right, and I would have leaned into that. Put Trae Young out there. You know what I mean? Like, Trae Young wanted to play. They left him off the team. Like, if the issue is that we just have a bunch of gunslingers that don't play together as a team, at least get the real gunslingers out there.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And we got KD that got 10 points. That is the fucking gunslinger in the league, nigga. What do we think Trae Young can do that KD can't do? That fucking Damian Lillard can't do, nigga. You know, this team just doesn't play good together. You feel me? Like, I mean, we had like Bron, Kobe, fucking Melo. You know what I'm saying? Like, these niggas ain't that, bro. That's a fact. You know, you can put together players that don't play together, but they just have to be a particular set of players, and these players don't mesh well. I'm just wondering, do you think that Trae could do something that Dame or KD can in this? You know what I mean? In FIBA.
I think he's a better playmaker than KD. About an equal playmaker as Dame. But I think the thing is that the NBA has shifted to an international ball, Euro ball league, you know, 15 years or so ago, right? It shifted away from American ball with the, you know, ISO, dead ball, no ball movement. It's been a Euro ball league for a minute now. And now we're playing, you know, teams on the international stage who have been playing this way their whole lives together. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, like I said, I definitely think that is catching up and biting USA in the ass. And I don't know what the answer would be, because you can't bank on your top 5 guys going to the Olympics, right? Because those guys, they're top 5 and they're going to have deep playoff runs and they're going to be exhausted in the summer. So they're going to take that time off, right? Like, Steph has never played in the Olympics. He's played in FIBA. But, you know, it just so happened that shit lined up where he didn't want to do 2016 because he had fucking, you know, 2 final runs after that. And 2, he doesn't want to do it now because, you know, he's 32 with all these miles on him. So I don't know, man. I think the easy answer is we got to get our best guys out there, like our top 5, top 8 guys out there. But I don't know if that's possible anymore.
Dudes don't really like working with USA basketball, to be completely honest with you.
Why is that?
Well, USA basketball, and actually, you know, we've had Jack McCollum on, and his book on the Dream Team kind of gets into when USA basketball has existed for a long time. USA basketball is its own thing, right? And so there was a lot of power brokering that basically happened because Michael Jordan was Michael Jordan when the Dream Team happened. But prior to that, USA basketball was like king shit. We're going to bring these college kids in. We're going to dictate everything. And even though it's been 30 years since they started working with pros, I think it's still like they want to be USA basketball sees itself as its own thing and kind of separate. And so there's a expectation, understandably, that when the NBA guys come in, they're going to fucking, you know, march in line and everything and be part of the team and all that. And, you know, you're Kevin, like, does that sound like Kevin Durant? Kevin Durant wants to come in and have Greg Popovich tell him what, you know what I mean? Like, yeah.
In years prior, weren't they like together playing for multiple years prior to the Olympics? I mean, didn't they have like some type of like requirements
like
or something?
World Championships and shit.
Yeah. And they didn't have that. I don't know if they've had that with this squad. So that may be.
Do you really think the team in 2012 with Bron and Kobe and A? Do you think they would have needed? To me, it's I agree. To me, it's the talent. Like, you throw the top 8 dudes from the NBA in that are Americans. I don't give a fuck if they've never played before. You know what I mean? Personally, I mean, I know everyone's talking about that, and I think it's, to be honest, a little bit excuse making for USA basketball, that it's like, oh well, they don't have the chemistry. It's just like, you didn't need Bron and Kobe to have chemistry. They were the top 2 players. You know what I mean? It's Bron and Kobe.
But okay, what is this? What's the starting 5 of this team? Like, what is this?
The starting 5 today hold on. Let me get my shit up. I read most of their stat lines. It was Draymond, Bam, Zach LaVine, Dame, and KD. You know what I'm saying? So I'm with Tyler. It's 100% a talent thing to me.
I said talent, but also I feel like you could put the right team. I said you could put the like strangers together, but they just have to be like they're not Kobe, Bron, and fucking Melo like we had in the years past. You know what I'm saying? But like I don't think it's
Ben, Zach, and Draymond are great basketball players, but they're not guys you put on the front line when it's time to take on the world.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
General Patton's not calling Zach LaVine. Is that what you're saying?
Represent the entire United States? No, I don't think so. I when you said that starting lineup, I think I progressively got ooh.
Like, oh,
I'm like,
y'all motherfuckers got some names out here, goddamn.
Charlotte McGay.
Goddamn.
Fucking, we got DJ Angela Yee lining up against the world, bro.
Charlotte McGay, the God.
Goddamn.
Dog, that team just ain't it, bro. That team just ain't it, bro. That's a fact on that, you know what I mean? But yeah, I don't think it has anything to do with anybody else playing together for Hellas or the style of play. We just ain't got the players. You know what I mean? They're good, but they're not the guys. Flat the fuck out. It's pretty simple there.
I'd actually be good. It's like a Ragnarok cycle from Norse mythology. If we just do like every 4 Olympics, we just suck. And then that next Olympics, you're like, Steph wants to play, like everyone wants to play on it to do the redemption thing.
The redeem team.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
I'm pretty certain that they all that they did that at one point where they was like, we're going to team up together. I think Brian, all them niggas put in way more hours than normal and they were dogging motherfuckers that year. But yeah, I don't see them doing it now, and they shouldn't need to if they had the guys that they're supposed to have out there. But yeah, man.
I mean,
we need to lean into the bad because we're not going to get the good out of that.
I mean, the Redeem team and then the 2012 team, it was absolutely that. Compare the starting lineup I just read you to. Pick any 5 from the Redeem team: Kobe, Braun, Dwayne Wade, Dwight Howard at the time, Chris Bosh, Chris Paul, Melo, you know what I mean? And then in my opinion, the 2012 team's even better. You throw in like Anthony Davis and some of the younger killers. Like we just don't have that lineup. I mean, candidly, you got Drew Holiday coming off the bench to drop 18 points to try and save you. You know what I mean? Like that's not that's not Melo.
Do it. That ain't gonna get her done.
The KD situation, that's weird though, right? Like 10 points?
Yeah.
Like what the fuck is that, honestly? You know what I mean? Because he is the guy, bro. You know what I mean?
He should be the guy globally in this tournament.
Right,
yes.
right. And 4 for 10, I don't know.
4 for 12.
Oh, pardon me.
One of 6 from 3, committed 5 fouls, 2 rebounds. You know what I mean?
Goddamn. What the fuck?
I don't know. They'll probably still bounce back and run it. I still in my heart, I just feel like they'll fucking bounce back. And you don't think so?
No, they're not. No, bro. They haven't won a game. Well,
they're 0 for 3 out this motherfucker.
They're 0 for 3 in this motherfucker, bro. Like, no, bro. No, I don't care. And I don't care, bro. Like I said, I just want to see how many they can lose at this point. Yeah, who gives a fuck?
Definitely hoping that somehow we can see Slovenia and watch Luka go off on these boys. That's what I'm rooting for right about now.
If Luka cooked them, nigga. Come on, bro.
Luka's changing jerseys because his shit's so soaked in saliva at this point from watching that game. Someone just put up a picture of him during the game they played right after, and he looks like a fucking wolf, bro. He cannot wait to beat us. Oh, shit. Okay, let's talk about weird Olympic sports. John mentioned, first of all, this is to me what's fun about the Olympics is you can just bounce back and forth from. It's a great ADD sports festival. You bounce back and forth from basketball to water polo to soccer to Naomi Osaka playing tennis to skateboarding to whatever else. But John mentioned that what he really wanted was Olympic dodgeball. I'm fully on board with
All the way
Olympic
on board with
dodgeball.
that. Yes.
I mean, like we talked about the 3-on-3 tournament, like that's cool enough, but it's still basketball. If we're gonna get weird, let's have some real fun.
Have you watched any of the 3-on-3? It's pretty weird.
No, I watched like 14 seconds of it. You know what I mean? And that's all I had in me. it was time to go, buddy. You feel me? I'll tell you, I watched more fencing than I watched 3-on-3 basketball. You feel me? Like it wasn't all that fun. But yeah, dodgeball, come on, G.
Yeah.
You wouldn't tap in for that? You know what I mean? And then like there could be like, you don't have to be like the best athlete in the world to be cold at dodgeball. You know what I mean? Like you could be a regular ass dude that's just in good shape and be on the fucking USA dodgeball team because you just that nigga. You know what I mean?
As long as you got that power spin move into a throw in your back. Right. You can be a global dodgeball legend.
Got good hands.
Dodgeball is a great spectator sport. Like if I'm walking by a dodgeball game, I will post up to see somebody get beamed, bro. Like they definitely need to have that shit in the Olympics.
If I'm walking by a dodgeball game like outdoors at an elementary school, nigga, I might stop for about 2.5 minutes and be like, let me see one of these kids get, you know what I mean? Who's the guy out here? You know what I mean? I want to see him do his thing for a second and I go on about my day. You know what I mean? But all you need is like 2.5 abs, some decent hands. You know what I mean? Like they'll be the only niggas at the Olympics without an 8-pack. They would be the only, you know what I mean? Let's dodgeball. I'm all in for Olympic dodgeball. You know what I mean? I'm tapping in.
I'm going to stay on the elementary school playground. I would love to see Olympic kickball on a similar tip as dodgeball with the pegging dude to get him out rule. You know what I mean? So you just have like Mookie Betts hoses from the outfield trying to beam people behind the ear and shit.
do we have the shoulder up rule, or can you could bink a nigga in the head and that motherfucker just out, bro?
Full body.
Adults. Full
body. Yeah.
Full
You're
body.
an Olympian. Be an Olympian.
Be an Olympian, right. Put that ab and a half to use, motherfucker. You know what I mean? Oh my God, dog. Yeah, this is really exciting me. Like I'm really excited that this should happen for sure.
What I like about the Olympics is they actually do this. You know what I mean? They actually like when the Olympics are in LA in 2028, Long Beach is hosting BMX biking. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like they put random shit in the Olympics. We're watching skateboarding right now. I love this. I love that about the Olympics.
That's not random though. Like skateboarding has been a thing. I mean, like has been highly competitive for what? I mean, that motherfucker Tony Hawk is what 50 years old. You know what I mean? So I mean, they put their time in. Dodgeball, we gotta start from the bottom. So maybe about 10 years, 10, 12 years. You feel
when
me?
I say random, I mean random compared to sports that have been around for 100. Yeah, you know what I mean? Right. Like it's like you just wouldn't think, like, for example, there would never be the NFL of skateboarding overnight. But the Olympics, because it's so big, can say skateboarding, you're in the fucking club and it's on NBC at 8 p.m. with, however many million people watch. Like that's what I like about it. You can expand that to whatever sport.
If we're keeping it a stack, like the javelin's a weird thing to have. Like to be like, if somebody asks you, I'm an Olympic, you ask somebody what they do for a living. I'm an Olympic javelin thrower. You know what I mean? Like how odd. Nigga, I've never seen one of them in the wild. You see skateboarders and fucking kickball players. I saw a kickball tournament driving down the street the other day. You don't see niggas just out in the wild throwing javelins, nigga. That is very like, you know what I mean? You know, that's what 1432 shit, nigga. Like, what made you like, I'm gonna throw the javelin? You know what I mean? And to compete.
That's legit. That's legit. All jokes aside, an original Olympic game from Greece. Like spear throwing was something that the ancient Greeks took very seriously, because that was something that you needed in your life as an ancient Greek thrower, because it was going to be times when you motherfuckers had to get out there and throw some spears because it was going down. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's a sport that's a relic, of a fucking ancient time, and I don't know who the fuck grows up wanting to be a javelin thrower.
I feel like dodgeball feels this same survival instinct. You know what I mean? It's like you would have needed to have dodged some spears too, right?
Survival instinct? For some players, it was survival. Do you remember those kids? They're like the kids that didn't want dodgeball day, that didn't want kickball day. You know what I mean? Like they just wanted to fucking, I don't know, play Foursquare or some shit, bro. Like, which I was coded. I used to love that shit. But like some kids, we dodgeball, they be like groaning. Or fucking kickball, they be groaning. Like, no,
they'd be like, just don't hit me in the head. They would ask for an honorable death on the dodgeball field.
Right. They'd be over in the corner while everybody was playing dodgeball. God, but and those kids that were survival when they were put out there, bro. Just think about that. When as an elementary kid, being that kid, and like you're out there with these dude, when dodgeball, how are you when it was dodgeball day? I was a fucking wild animal, nigga. Yeah, I was insane, bro. I remember when I hit Will in the head and took him off his feet, nigga, on some like accidental shit. They just caught the ball. His name was Will. He changed his name to Kevin. I don't know why the fuck that happened 2 years later, but anyway.
Knocked his name out of him like Sonic Rings.
He woke up Kevin like a motherfucker. But somebody caught the ball and he was taking off to get back out there. And he was like running sideways, hell excited. Hit that motherfucker in his head. But like, I still see it to this day. That was 20 years ago, nigga. That was maybe 25 years ago. But no, like, how wild were you? You're put out here with these banshees and you're a regular kid that just wants to do regular shit. And you got to play dodgeball against a fucking crazy human. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
that's when the Lord of the Rings comes out. And every kid, for the best or for the better or for worse, dodgeball will tell you what type of kid you are. You know, what your character is. Are you if we were on like a deserted island in Lord of the Rings, would you have been one of the savages? Or would you have been Piggy, like just, hiding and hoping no one kills you? Yeah.
I think, and I was a dorky kid, but I was very competitive and I did love sports. So I loved dodgeball and kickball and all that. But I think like I had a thing in college where I realized for all my like prerequisite classes, like my general ed, like biology or whatever, I just figured out on the first day, like, what do I need to do to get a C? You know what I mean? Like, okay, you're not taking attendance, so I just need to come and get a C on 2 tests. Like, I'm doing that, right? Minimum effort possible. I feel like there's a dodgeball way to do that if you're smart, where you can, first of all, never go out and say, don't hit me in the head, because you just painted a neon circle around your head, obviously. But you just go out and you hang towards the back and then you just lean into a stray one. You know what I mean? Like a floater, and then you're out. I'm saying for survival tactics. If it's dorky kids out there,
Mike, you were 6 foot in like 4th grade, my nigga. So geek. I mean, I'm not pegging your ass, motherfucker. I was a regular ass 4th grader, nigga. So like, the rules don't apply to the big nigga in the class, bro. You can do whatever
I'm offering as a sports writer techniques I've seen. Bro. Stop it. But listen, but like I'll go to football practices, and my other Tyler and I will always call them the sifters. You find a kid, and when they're doing Oklahomas and shit, he's not running from it. He's just staying at about 3rd in line. You know what I mean? They go to move up, and he's timing it to the kid on the other side. That's the fat kid or whatever.
You can see his eyes shifting, right?
But that's the smartest kid on the. That's the smartest kid on the team right there.
Motherfucker, bro. He knows what time it was, bro. Because fuck Oklahomas. I want no part of that shit, bro. Especially now, you can end up going viral in a wild way, dog. I'm doing Oklahoma. I don't want no part of that shit, man. But yeah, dodgeball back then, going out there like that we were at our wildest state, and you're putting a regular normal kid out there. Thinking about that now as an adult is crazy.
Shall we award our Booger Boy of the Week?
Look at boy time. Let's get it.
Go ahead, man.
I said in the group chat, the Booger Boys are getting boogerier. With each, like at this point, if you made a top 10 list of Booger Boys, Jim Boeheim, who we named this segment for, he wouldn't even be in like the top 5, bro.
Right. And he actually eats boogers. Yeah.
You're picking and eating boogers is much less boogery than the shit some of these people are doing.
He's like the least boogery Booger Boy. Like he's like, he named it after him, and the nigga is on the bottom of the list, my nigga, like crazy.
All right. I'm sure everyone's seen this, so I won't read too much of it. But Minnesota Vikings assistant coach Rick Dennison was fired Friday for refusing to get the COVID-19 vaccine, which the NFL has made a requirement for all its top-level employees. He'd been the Vikings offensive line coach and run game coordinator for 2 seasons. Congratulations, bro.
You showed us.
You lost your job, but you won the Booger Boy of the Week. Here's your trophy. Unemployment, motherfucker. Like, how wild is that shit?
If I wrote down every name of every assistant coach in the NFL, would you have correctly guessed that Rick Dennison would be the guy?
Yeah. Like I said before, I was like, bro, I don't think I would like a single Dennison on the fucking planet, bro. That sounds like a nigga that would make that decision. So he's very, very on brand for a Dennison, a Richard Dennison, to make this decision, bro. I'm like, this is my logic with the vaccine, though, bro. If everybody turns to zombies like these motherfuckers think, you want to be one of the 8 motherfuckers on the planet who's like fighting these motherfuckers? Like, bitch, I want to be a zombie with my niggas, bro. I told motherfuckers before, I'm like, all my niggas probably going to hell. I'm going with them. You feel me? Like, that's how I'm thinking. Would you jump off a bridge? Nigga, if 10 of my niggas jumped off the bridge, I'm gonna go ahead and be the 11. Might as well. Goddamn.
Yeah, what the fuck going on down there? Yeah.
I can be the sixth one. Right. Let's do it together at that point. I just don't get the logic. My mama asked me, "Is your friend to my bridge with you?" Yeah. Like, why would I? It's lonely at the top of that motherfucking bridge. You feel me? No, but I mean, like, but that's what's so weird about it. If you feel like this is gonna happen, like, you might as well be with your people and shit. I don't get it, but dog, you lost a $500,000 job over this. Like, I don't,
Over a vaccine that like 200 million Americans have gotten.
Out of the 300 million that exists, you know what I mean? Like,
He lost his job to get some Facebook thumbs up, basically, is what it comes
Right.
down to.
right. I just
What
like,
the
dog,
fuck?
like,
But I will say, I will say that the NFL did a very masterful job here of leveraging NFL culture to get people vaccinated here, right? Because in a culture where the guys who get shot up on painkillers to play are viewed as like the ultimate teammates, the biggest team guys. Now they're saying, if you don't take this shot, you're going to hurt your team. So they put the anti-vaxxers in the NFL on the fucking on their own 1 yard line on this. And it was a fucking masterful play by them.
The NFL knows how to pull the strings on shit like that. And when Michael Irvin came out and said, if you don't get the vaccine, you must not want to win. The first thing I thought was, hey man, I know a lot of people who work who work in messaging or for public health or whatever. He cracked the code, bro. You say whatever you want about you're trying to save your friend's grandma. The most effective message to American men is, "What are you, a fucking pussy?"
Right.
how unhealthy are we?
Are you too fucking pussy to get the vaccine?
How unhealthy are we if that message, you don't want to win? You know what I mean? Like you said, fuck your grandmother, fuck your family and loved ones. You don't want to win is what gets motherfuckers to fucking get the vaccine. We're a sick fucking culture. Toxic indeed, nigga. That is crazy as hell.
Did you see Beyond Meat had a messaging campaign in Texas? You know, Beyond Meat is one of the like soy, like lab grown, like meat substitutes, whatever. And I don't eat it yet personally. I understand it's probably coming for all of us or whatever, but they had a message campaign in Texas that apparently led to like a doubling in sales. And the ad was, "Are you afraid you'll like it?"
Damn.
You know what I mean? It was just like, well,
how much research went into that? How much research went into that?
Spend 10 fucking minutes in Texas research. Well, is your vagina too big for you to try this fake meat, bro?
Don't ever question the size of my vagina, nigga. Give me that motherfucking meat, motherfucker.
That soy meat.
Pass me the soy barbecue, motherfucker. You thought you won, nigga? Fuck out of here. Golly. I hate us.
We're the worst. The absolute worst.
We're the worst.
The fucking worst.
God created men. I can't believe this shit. It's wild. Crazy.
Huge mistake in retrospect.
Huge mistake. Golly.
We did also have and I know Tyler wants to talk about this as much as I do. because it's always fun to make fun of whoever the quarterback of the Cowboys is, especially when they deserve it. But someone asked Dak. Now, listen, the NFL has made it so that asking people whether they're vaccinated or not is like something you have to do, because this coach got fired because you're not going to be allowed on the sideline. You're not going to be allowed in meeting rooms if you're not vaccinated. You can't work.
He literally couldn't work. Yeah.
So someone at a press conference asked Dak Prescott if he was vaccinated. He said, I'm not sure that's important. I think that's HIPAA.
Motherfuckers don't know what it is. Goddamn. But look, bro.
Never had a
all
real
know,
job. That's why he doesn't know what it is, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we all know Dak is vaccinated. No way in hell Jerry Jones is going to have his QB with all those fucking regulations. Of course you're vaccinated, Dak. And look, it's well within his right to, say, I don't want to disclose that, but we're going to find out any fucking way during training camp, because we've seen the stipulations where it's going to be vaccinated guys doing this shit, unvaccinated guys doing that shit, right? So we're going to find out either way. Dak not wanting to tell people he was vaccinated is Dak not wanting to shit on his people, his Blue Lives Matter motherfuckers, because that's the type of dude Dak is, right? Like, he didn't want to ruffle their feathers, you know what I'm saying? So Dak, we know you're vaccinated, bro, and you don't know what the fuck HIPAA is, but that's a whole other discussion.
Tyler, as someone who understands HR and corporations, etc., how much have you been enjoying the HIPAA misapplication of the last couple of weeks?
I love it, because I feel like people think that, that's checkmate when they say it, and I love when a motherfucker is wrong as fuck about some shit that they think is the fucking game changer, right? So I love that shit about it. It's been very entertaining to me. I'm not one of these dorks who's upset about it. I just think it's fucking hilarious.
You say a checkmate, but he's moving a piece of dog poop on the chessboard. Oh fuck. All right. Well, and actually, I do want to say, because you're exactly right. Like, all of the people, like all the Fox News people, were all like among the first people to be vaccinated too. Mm-hmm. All the people who get paid to tell you to like say whether you should or shouldn't take the vaccine, like everyone's had the vaccine.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Donald Trump was like one of the first people to get the vaccine. You know what I mean? It's just like hilarious to me, that aspect of it, of like, oh, well, I don't want to disclose whether or not I've had the vaccine. It's like, why not? I don't. Yeah. It's HIPAA.
It's HIPAA.
I think that's HIPAA.
It's hippo. hungry hippo. I can't disclose that. That'll be the violation of my Milton and Bradley rights.
Dak with his sunglasses and his beard and the shape of his head might have been the funniest face imaginable to say that.
That fucking built Ford tough face ass nigga, man. Come on, bro. Look, man. Bro, we know you got the vaccine. You just don't want to let your people down. We want all these, dog.
F-250, goddamn.
Yeah, goddamn F-350 face ass nigga, man. Come on, bro. Goddamn, like a rock face ass nigga, man. Come on, bro.
Them trucks be having hips, nigga. Thick ass trucks, you feel me?
All-wheel drive face ass nigga, dog.
Nigga said like
a rock.
I can't believe that ever worked. Niggas was buying cars because of that shit. Woo!
Are you too pussy to buy a Chevy?
Oh God!
Oh shit!
Fucking Dak, man. Fucking Dakota. Dakota Rain Prescott. You fucking motherfucker. Dakota Rain Prescott. Your goddamn 1880 Reconstruction Senator ass name. Well, get the fuck out of here.
Dakota Prescott. God. Oh shit, bro. Oh shit.
You're welcome to come on the pod anytime, Dak.
Dak, come on the pod, bro.
So we can light show ass.
Dak, we won't ask you any questions that violate HIPAA. We'll just describe your face for fucking 40 minutes.
That nigga should be doing dances on TikTok with that motherfucking name, dog. He should be That motherfucker, Dakota Raid. Oh man, he should have his ass out on Instagram. What the fuck? God damn. Fire ass porn star name, dog.
Dakota Rain.
Dakota Raid, dog. Shit.
Look, no one's perfect. Even the best baseball players strike out with the bases loaded. The best golfers sometimes 3-putt with the tournament on the line. So if you feel like you come up short in the bedroom sometimes, it's perfectly okay. But if it's bothering you, there are options. Go to getroman.com/JJ now. With Roman, you can get a free online evaluation and ongoing care for ED, all from the comfort and privacy of your home. A U.S. licensed healthcare professional will work with you to find the best treatment plan. If medication is appropriate, it ships to you free with 2-day shipping. The whole process is straightforward and discreet. Getting started is simple. Just go to getroman.com/JJ and complete an online visit. Take care of your ED without leaving home. Complete an online visit today to connect with a doctor and take care of it. Go to getroman.com/JJ now to get $15 off your first month. Look, there's a straightforward way to take care of your ED. Getroman.com/JJ. Get started now to save $15 on your first month of treatment.
It's crazy how much we have to pay for outdated, impersonal healthcare, and even crazier that we all just accept it. It's time to face facts. Healthcare is backwards. Luckily, there's Forward, a new approach to primary care that's surprisingly personal and refreshingly straightforward. Forward never makes you feel like just another patient. Backed by top-rated doctors and the latest tech, Forward gives you access to personalized care whenever you need it. Using in-depth genetic analysis and real-time blood work, Forward's top-rated doctors provide you with in-depth insights to better understand your genetics, mental, and physical health. They then create custom, easy-to-understand plans to help guide you to achieving long-term health. With Forward, you get unlimited in-person visits with your doctor and access to care anytime via the Forward app, all for one flat monthly fee. It's time to stop accepting backwards healthcare and start moving your health forward. Visit GoForward.com today to learn more. That's GoForward.com.
FanDuel Sportsbook is hooking new users up with an epic Olympic bonus. Just place your first bet on any Olympic sport risk-free. That's right. New users get up to $1,000 back in site credit if your first bet doesn't win. To get you started, here are my Olympic picks. Simone Biles, women's vault, gold, lock. USA men's basketball team to lose every game, lock. But you could bet on any Olympic event, baseball, soccer, track and field, and more. Promotions like this are just one of the reasons why I love betting with America's #1 sportsbook. It's easy to use, it's safe and secure, and there's fast payouts. You can get paid in as little as 24 hours. So download the FanDuel Sportsbook app with promo code J and go for gold today. That's promo code J. That's for Jenkins and Jones. 21 and over and present in Colorado, Indiana, New Jersey, Virginia, or West Virginia. First online real money wager only. Minimum bet $10. Max bonus $200. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Tyler, you've had the Popeyes nuggets, and I have not yet, and so I would appreciate your reviews.
Bro, let me tell you. Goddamn. I went to Popeyes yesterday, bro. I got a 12-piece, right? I pulled over in the parking lot. I ate them shits. I pulled off. I rolled my window down. I yelled, Popeyes, y'all motherfuckers done did it again. Nigga, 10 out of 10. Those nuggets are all fucking fire. Oh my, bro, Popeyes is the best at this fried chicken shit, man. There's everyone else in second place. I don't give a fuck. They're the goats. They're the goats of the chickens.
How high were you? How high?
I was high. I was very high. It was an occasion. You know, you had to get out for that.
Bro, you pulled up in that old school, drove off yelling out the window. I know for a fact you did that shit.
Damn
I
right.
know you yelled that shit out the window for real. Motherfucker, that did it again. Oh my God, dog. That is great.
Yeah, those shits are delicious. Highly recommend them.
What made you eat them in the parking lot though? Why was it?
It was an immediate. It had to be. It was an emergency situation where. Now I seriously wanted to taste some. For one, I had to pull up because they were like, "Oh, you're gonna have to wait 3 minutes." I'm like, "Oh, hell yeah!" So I'm getting them fresh out the motherfucking grease. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I just wanted to taste them at their best, at their freshest, and goddamn, 10 out of 10. Like I said.
Were you okay? Did your lady ask for some?
Yeah, she was in the car with me. So. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So y'all. Okay. I thought you ate them by yourself, and then.
Now she had about 3 or 4. You know what I'm saying? We went hamburger on them motherfuckers.
Okay. She was there when you yelled out the window.
Yeah.
That is great.
I very much enjoy anything that will embarrass her in public. That's kind of my love language with her. So.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
that is perfect.
Can we talk about gatekeeping white supremacy? Is the time right for that?
Yes. That's yes.
It's the time right for that.
So Joe Biggs, the leader of the Proud Boys, this is Chris Not Cappin had tweeted this out. Joe Biggs had a post, I think, on Instagram or something about how bad of a time he's having in prison, where he's been for the last 3 months. And he said the Proud Boys are a white supremacist, fascist type of an organization. He said he's getting pressed by the real white supremacists in prison. He said, I have anxiety bad now, panic attacks so bad I black out. There are actual white supremacist gang members here who hate the fact that the media calls Proud Boys white supremacists. They tested me on what it means to be one of them, and I failed miserably.
How was that test? Was it standardized, my nigga? You feel me? You had a Scantron, my nigga, like to test your white supremacy knowledge, motherfucker, bro. Did y'all believe anything in that letter?
I believe he's not having fun in prison.
Yeah. Okay, but like, you like the black. Do y'all know you read the second part? The black guys are saying how cool I am. Basically, he said that the black guys.
I didn't read any of that shit.
The black guys are saying how cool he is in prison, and you know what I'm saying, and like how the media is lying about what he is. Like,
here's what I will say. I believe, as someone with friends who've been through the system, I believe that the real white supremacists, because the white supremacists in prison are white supremacists. I believe that they are pressing him and calling him a fucking Twinkie white supremacist, like 100%. Like, oh yeah,
hipster white supremacist, right?
Yeah. They're giving him the Bane speech about hating black people.
But are the black people even talking to him? You feel what I'm saying? Like, no, bro, that shit is the lunch table time, like the lunchroom times fucking a million, nigga. You only fuck with who you fuck with, based on the people that I know that have had that experience. You feel me? I'm not built for that shit. Fuck that at all, obviously. But dog, like I think it's bullshit. But it's funny that he considers himself like, white supremacy light. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he's the radio edit white supremacy, right?
I'm the no sugar white supremacist. You know what I mean?
0 calorie white supremacist.
0 calorie white supremacist. Like, bro, nigga, just get your ass whooped and shut the fuck up in there, please. Like, dog, I just want the truth to come out. The truth did come out, motherfucker, and you about to do time. I had nothing to do with that, bro. Really? That nigga had walkie-talkies. He was more than prepared, nigga. A walkie-talkie? Where do you buy one of them? You're the most prepared motherfucker at that shit, bitch. At the Capitol. You get like, what the fuck? I had nothing. I was wrong place at the wrong time. That's what he said at the end of that fucking letter, bro.
Yeah, okay.
Just happened to be there, Mr. Proud Boy.
Right. Like you're from Minnesota or some shit and just happened to be in DC at that time. With your on the walkie-talkies on some Red Team Go shit. Fuck out of here, bro.
Right. The fuck type of shit. These niggas is crazy. Shit. But
I mean, all that's obvious, but I'm enjoying the picture of fucking white power Bob, like choking this dude up against a wall, being like, how much? How racist are you? Prove it.
According to him, he has a mixed baby. You know what I mean? And mixed to him is like he's from Minnesota and his wife's from fucking
She's
Cali or
from,
some
she,
shit.
yeah,
You
she's
know what I
from New
mean?
York.
Like,
Right.
right. You know what I mean? Get the fuck out of here, dog.
Sorry, Joe. Not gonna be fun for you. You're not on a team, bro.
But drop the mixtape and you get your ass whooped, though. I would love to hear the soothing sounds of a Proud Boy getting his ass whooped in the fucking. That'll put me to sleep at night, nigga. Ambient noise, indeed. You feel me? Fuck out of here, dog. Fuck him.
All right, for all the diehard, longtime Jenkins and Jones listeners, we got some messages about it's been a lot of basketball talk, and we understand it was a lot of basketball talk during the playoffs. So we have a double-barreled blow your mind to end the show of things that Tyler was noticing. And first of all, I want to start with Moonlight, because Tyler made the point that, like, if you actually look at the moon and think about it, it's fucking crazy.
Yes. The moon, listen, bro, our sun is so fucking powerful that it reflects off of a rock to light our nights up, bro. A rock, right? It reflects off a fucking rock. Bro, like they said that the moon is actually as black as a car tire, and the sun lights it up so much that it can shine down and reflect for our nights. That is fucking amazing to me, bro. The sun ain't nothing to fuck with, man. The sun ain't no motherfucking hoe. That motherfucker, goddamn, that motherfucker got some names. You know, yeah, that shit is amazing, bro.
Charlie McGain, the sun.
Oh shit! It's really that black though? I thought that shit was maybe gray. I know it's black as a fucking car tire. That's insane.
You've only ever seen it with light on it.
Yeah, right, with the camera lighting and shit like that. You know what I mean? When old boy faked his moon landing. But that's pretty insane. That's pretty insane.
Don't you feel like if the moon landing was fake, someone would have made $1 billion for the tapes at this point?
I mean, I don't know. I just think it's fun to believe it was fake. I mean, I just because it's that meaningless.
Yeah,
like you know what I mean. Like I don't look at like you landed on the moon for what, nigga? For what? You beat the Russians. You know what I mean? Like, like okay, like nigga, okay, like that didn't solve shit, motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like he was on the moon and niggas was getting their ass beat on the fucking, you know, like that didn't solve shit. You feel me? Like so. I think it's just fun to be like, fuck that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, that's all it was, you know, the space race was a motherfucking, you know, proxy war of the Cold War, just a fucking a technology dick showing contest between the United States and the USSR, which to bring it back full circle, that's basically why we have NBA pros playing in the Dream Team, because in '88 we lost to the USSR and we were like, we can't be losing to the USSR, right? And then we win in '92, the motherfucking USSR didn't even exist anymore, bro. Right? So yeah, it all goes back to that Cold War dick showing contest.
If they hadn't have fucking faked the moon landing, we would not have to watch Rudy Gobert beating fucking Kevin Durant in the Olympics in 2021.
Wait, so the Dream Team was the first Olympic basketball team ever?
They had pros.
With pros.
They had pros. Oh yeah, that's what. Yeah.
Yes.
So wait, we lost to the USSR and put that fucking squad together, nigga.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's some Transformer shit. Like, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
These niggas to represent us. Like, what the fuck? That be niggas about 40-something points and shit.
We lost to the USSR in like a fucking, you know, 22 caliber shootout, and then we brought out the nukes in 1992. Basically, that's how that shit went.
That is crazy. That's crazy.
That shit is wild though, and I do actually have a story about the 1972 Olympics, because a Long Beach State dude named Ed Ratliff was on that team, where it was 1972. It was the gold medal game between the U.S. and the USSR, and the refs were like Russian, And they literally just let the Russians run. It was like a tie game at the end. They basically just let the Russians run an inbound play 3 times until they made it.
Yeah. Jerk the fuck out to Team USA. Doug Collins was on that team. Yeah. And Doug Collins still is salty about that shit to this day. And I get it.
For sure. Like Ed Ratliff told us so famously, they did not accept the silver medals. They're like, no fucking way. Fuck you. Like, we do not want the silver medals. But Ed told me the IOC has tried to give them to them several times since then. And the team unanimously is like, no way in fucking hell. I don't keep that shit as far away from me as possible. So they must have enjoyed 1992.
A whole lot.
Okay, blow your mind part 2 is we've talked about during allergy season that you're just walking around with flower cum like all in your nasal cavities.
I forgot about that, and that's gonna fuck me up a little bit.
But Tyler made the point that the only reason any of us are alive right now in the first place is that there are plants eating sunlight and farting out oxygen for us to breathe.
Yes.
What
that
strain
is so
you what? You on that blue dream, nigga? Because this
I wasn't even high when I was tweeting that shit out, but that's just so first of all, eating sunlight is a super fucking power to begin with. And then you are just farting out oxygen, and that's like you don't give a fuck about oxygen. That's gas to you. You know, that's fucking constipation or whatever the fuck. And every life form needs that to exist. That's so fucking crazy to me. Our existence doesn't make any fucking sense, bro. It doesn't.
I saw a great Tiger Gazelle video the other day. This nigga's breaking down fucking existential shit. I'm watching fucking Tiger snatch gazelles out on Instagram and shit. But damn, that is wild. That is I never thought about plants farting fucking oxygen out. Yeah. That's gonna fuck me up too now. Cum on my face, farts in my mouth, nigga. Plants disrespectful as shit. Actually,
yeah. But this their shit, you know. So we're the guests here. So you know, we're in their house. You know, they fucking and farting. We can't do shit about that. You know, it's their crib.
Right. Yeah. I don't with it. I ain't mad. Fuck us. We trash.
I think what's crazy, I know you guys both watch the Planet Earth documentaries, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Whenever they would show the time-lapse videos of trees growing, or I think they did a forest growth one time, but anytime they did anything with plants that was time-lapse, it always blew my mind that like they look like they're living in the way that they look like they're moving in the way that we move. You know what I mean? Like it looks like they're reaching for things. Yeah. And like we think of them as stationary because the tree is planted in the same place and it's roughly stays there. But it is really like if you think of them growing towards sunlight and everything else, anytime that video was sped up, it was just like, no, it's just that fruit flies probably also think we don't move around that much because they're only around for 24 hours. So we might be sitting on the couch for most of that time. You know what I mean? We just don't live long enough to really see the life of a tree. You know what I mean? Like there's trees in this country that are 1,800 years old. Like,
I wonder if fruit flies, like when you try to kill them, do they be like looking at us like on some laughing shit? You know what I mean? Like, can you imagine how slow we're moving compared to them? Like, I try to kill one, and I really looked at how fast it got away from me. Like, I was over here, and the fly was like right here. You know what I mean? And I'm like, that motherfucker probably thinks I'm, you know, moving in fucking kick. You know what I mean?
He probably thinks you're a tree swaying in the wind. Like,
like I think a tree's existence. I would hate to be a fucking tree. I would fucking hate to be a tree. You live way too fucking long, bro. All right. You are. I mean, you see the similar shit, but the changes happen so slowly, right? The changes you see happen so slowly. People have like, you know, they're like, hey, do you want to be planted as a tree or some shit? I'm like, fuck no, just let me shake this bitch. I don't want to be here for hundreds of fucking years watching the same shit change slowly. I would hate to be a tree.
You'd rather be a person than a tree?
Oh, definitely, for sure. You what do you rather be a tree? I'm interested.
Trees are chilling.
Trees
that's
are bad
trees.
bitches.
Trees
They
sounds like
beautiful
a
as
very.
motherfucker.
It sounds like a very stress-free existence as a tree, bro.
But you're just sitting there and you're living for too long. I don't want to see that much like shit going on around. I don't want to see like, oh, okay, you said how long is how old is the oldest tree? Like 180? What did you say?
1,700 years.
Okay. I just really thought about that. Insane. I don't.
But don't you think to a fruit? But don't you think to a fruit fly or a person or a tree that a lifetime is a lifetime? I mean, I don't think, you know what I mean. A fruit fly doesn't think that they only live a day. They think they live. You know, if they make it 25 hours, they think they're 108 years old. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I mean, but I think also, yeah. I'm thinking also like if I'm I don't look at fruit flies or like gazelles or fucking. I don't compare my lives. I don't give a fuck when they die. You know what I mean? Like. So I'm not looking at. I'm thinking that's from a human. Like if I'm a tree, seeing all these humans die, like I don't give a fuck about these niggas. You know what I mean? Like I'm chilling with my tree homies, and we probably just growing slow, talking shit. But also, what if the niggas that you was around, you don't fuck with them, but you stuck with them niggas, the tree niggas around you. You feel me? You're like, yeah, I hate this bitch ass nigga, but he's stuck right beside you for eternity, nigga. You know what I mean? Like, what do you do at that point?
It's been studies done on that. Trees are very communal in their own way. Like there will be stronger trees that will latch on like to the roots of like smaller, weaker trees and kind of, you know, help feed them to help them grow. Like there was this post on Twitter of this wooden bench that someone cut out of a tree, and they found out that like the tree had kind of infiltrated it and was feeding it because, you know, it probably thought it was another tree because it was wood. You know what I'm saying? So trees are very communal from if you really just like look into that shit. It's interesting.
They also communicate with each other more than we used to think that they did. And there's like ongoing studies about that through, you know, the release of hormones or chemicals, or I probably don't know the right name, but they actually like signal to each other when there's danger. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, so they'll harden their bark and shit. Like they're actually much more active in communicating with each other than you would think walking through a forest, and it just looks like they're all like the tree notices when you're in the forest.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. They will respond to those danger calls and like produce chemicals that make their sap taste bitter and shit like that. Like,
right.
Yeah. Trees are smart as fuck. I don't know how they're smart without a brain, which is beyond my human understanding, but you know, trees
they probably think our brain is primitive as fuck. Like these motherfuckers had to grow something to think. Like,
I was born thinking, nigga. Niggas just in me, nigga. You feel me? But so basically what you're telling me is trees don't. There's no trees that don't fuck with each other. They really fuck. So that's I'm thinking like a human once again. We're like trees just fuck with trees, dog. Like your homie is all the homies are your homie. You know what I mean? Like that's cool. Right?
Trees wouldn't subjugate each other over like you're fucking oak, you know, like you feel like this Proud Boys shit doesn't make any sense to them. You know what I mean?
Would get the vaccine.
Ain't no oaks and maples beefing in the tree kingdom.
There'd be no anti-vaccine.
I would love to see a yucca gang, like, you know what I mean?
Yucca's fire though. I love a yucca. I love a good, pretty yucca, bro.
Mm-hmm. I believe that's all the time we have for Jenkins and Jones. Very happy to be talking about nonsense. The nonsense ratio is increasing for the next little while. Thanks for sticking with us. We'll be back on Thursday breaking down, I guess, how many more times the USA basketball team going to lose between now and Thursday? 2 more times?
How many times are we going to give a fuck?
Yeah, like I said, I'm rooting for the chaos now. So hopefully we lose twice.
Kevin Durant 2 for fucking 36. Yes!
As long as Rudy Gobert can't hurt us anymore, it's fine with me. All right, y'all. We'll see you on Thursday.
With Allagash White now available in 12 packs, no matter if your next adventure sounds like this, onward, or like this, you can count us in. Allagash Brewing Company. From Maine, with love. Must be 21 years or older. Please drink responsibly.